Hello and welcome to the first episode of Soccer Betting News. I'm your host Desh, and with me in studio today is Gift Machupa.
Yes.
Gift, how are you doing?
Gift. I'm good, and you?
Lovely. I'm just going to wish the viewers all the very best for 2024. We hope you had a great festive season and the ending of 2023. There was, of course, some PSL action on the final day as the Cape Derby actually took place. Cape Town Spurs with another defeat to Cape Town City.
To Cape Town Spurs. Happy New Year to everyone. What a way to end the year. It was action packed. The action was top there. My favorite was the Pirates Stellenbosch game. The comeback from Stellies was superb. It shows what a technician
Steve Barker
is, and it's also and it's also exposed a couple of weaknesses for Pirates. You know, with the changes that Steve Barker made. You know, it showed that he's seeing that they're lacking there in the
wing-back positions.
And
really exposed that. Because there were quite a few crosses that came in, and you know, when you have players like I think Makaringa and Dean Hotto are the left back and right back respectively, they really aren't conventional defenders.
It's not their natural position. They're not defenders. So it had to happen, and the change that Barker made by putting Van Wyk on the right side, because he saw that
he ran the channel as well.
Makaringa was late, and when he came in, most of the balls
came from the flank,
were directed to him, which resulted to the first goal. Makaringa couldn't clear the ball, so it fell on Van Wyk and they crossed it, and they scored.
Well, look, the PSL transfer window is officially open, and I think Pirates is going to be one of those clubs who are going to be busy as they look to close the gap between them and Mamelodi Sundowns. Now, Matsupa, I have to ask you, the left back and the right back position needs to be upgraded in that Pirates team. Who should they look for in this market?
Before we get to that, now is the time for all the teams, to strengthen their squads. They've seen where they're lacking. Now they get the opportunity, to fix those mistakes. To answer your question, Pirates there and the right back, I think with Shandu, Shandu injured.
I think Marco as well is unavailable.
I think about 3 players are injured who can play in that position.
I know off the mic you were telling me about Hanumub at Amazulu. I think he's actually been called up to the Namibian national team and will actually play in AFCON against Bafana as they are drawn in the same group. So I think I'll be looking at that game very, very closely to see what he can actually do when on the biggest stage, on the continental stage.
It's a well-deserved call-up. He has been very instrumental there at Amazulu, has been a regular feature. So, and I think it fits well there at Pirates, because I think he's a natural defender. So,
and he does get forward as well. And players like Hotto, they do actually, you see them in the opposition half quite often, and I think he fits that portfolio very, very good.
Because they're used to being in the opposition half, and then it becomes a problem when they have to move back and cover. Because I think teams have noticed that they move a lot forward. So when Pirates loses the ball, they play into that area because they know that
they're exposed over there.
They're exposed there. So Hanumub, I think, would be a great fit for that position. With him, Togi, I think, and it would be, a great setup.
Maybe Campbell.
We just have to wait and see about that. I like Campbell there at Super Sports. I think, for me, I think
you can start right now.
This season,
with Super Sports.
And then maybe an overseas move or something. I think that would be better for them. Yeah, but for Pirates, Hanamu,
could be a good
great
shot.
fit. And then on the other hand, I forgot the name, but
the TS Galaxy.
Yeah, for TS Galaxy.
Solomon Letsoenyo, he actually had a very good game. We're actually watching it just earlier this morning, the highlight video.
They speak for himself. I think this season he has played about 12 games so far.
Three assists,
Yes, important assists. Last season he played I think over 20 games, if I'm not mistaken. It shows that
he's a first team player that completes 90 minutes, and you know what you're gonna get from him. He has a consistency, and he's been showing that at the TS Galaxy because both goals against Chippa United were assisted by Letsoenyo. So
and the movements that he was making there on that side. They were very, impactful on the game. If you've been a regular watcher of TS Galaxy, you know him and you see the impacts that he has had on that
he's
team.
Very, very creative. And then when you look at the service that he's offering as well, plays like Nurkovic, he can get into the box. I think Evidence Makopa, even Lapasa, he could, if you get a creative wing back, like Letsoenyo, it could actually help your striker find the back of the net, get more confidence, and maybe even try the Desh's flick now and again.
You see, with him there at left back and Hoto there in front of him, they'll make some good movements because if you've noticed, Hoto is also very impactful there in the front. I think he nearly scored in their game.
They kind of like overload the box. You can even say that. They get 3-4 players in there,
and you've got good forwards like.
Experienced forwards,
who can finish, who are good finishers, and then Maswangani there also with the movements and lodge. So it'd be a great fit.
Well, let's just end the conversation on that half of Soweto because Kaizer Chiefs also are going to be very busy. I think with the appointment of Kevin Johnson, the club has a bit of stability coming into this transfer window. I think it was 3 straight victories, and then there was a draw against Sekukune on the final game for Chiefs. So I think it's a decent run of form, and I think they look to upgrade the squad now.
Yes, Kevin Johnson really turned things around. At first, he lost to Golden Arrows, then to Pirates. Then after that, he started
3 straight victories. So we'll just focus on the pros.
With the changes that he made, they are really paying off.
I think the goalkeeping
situation. I think they need a goalkeeper and a striker because Peterson, the way the mistakes that he made.
This season hasn't been good for him.
Hasn't been good for him.
We've seen plenty errors leading to goals. Actually, not even leading to
goals
shots.
that led to defeats.
So and defeats that sent them crashing out of the cup. So the quest for a trophy.
Also got some coaches, stepping aside. So in terms of the options with regards to goalkeepers that they have, I think Ricardo Goss would be a great fit.
Number 1 pick,
He's my number 1 pick.
I think he's kept 4 clean sheets of the 15 appearances he's played in the GSTV Premiership. So
his performances have also earned him collapse
to the national
team.
And I think Gavin Hunt, he will want to see the goalkeeper being tested outside of Supersport because even though they are involved in CAF competitions and in pressurizing situations, it's not quite like Kaizer Chiefs and the expectations that exist as being a player that calls an actor another home.
And apart from that, I think he needs a new challenge, a bigger and better challenge. And what's more than getting,
I think if he competes, with the Chiefs, then
with
Ronan Williams
and at Chiefs, with Vuma and probably Kune is gonna come back. It would be great for him. So it would be a great fit. And then in the striking department, I can throw in a number of names there, but the one that's at the top of my head is Kanyisa Mayo.
I think you hit the nail on the head over there.
Kanyisa Mayo, his father used to play for Chiefs.
Patrick Mayo.
Mayo, is a former Chiefs player, and
Imagine, like father, like son.
Like
I think
father,
it's
like
written in the
son,
stars. It has
yes,
to be.
it has to be.
Do you think they'll actually move on him during this window, the January window, or rather wait till the end of the season and then look to make contact?
If they continue this way, by the end of the season, if they're not scoring, they're probably in the bottom half of the log. So they need to move as quickly as possible. But even if they don't get Mayo, they need someone, with PSL experience, someone who's familiar with PSL, because we've seen with the strikers that they bought who were new to PSL, it didn't really work out for them.
Yeah.
Caleb didn't work out, they had to let him go. Gonzalez is there and he hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
Siphesihle is still a bit shaky.
But I mean, one semi-hit from 3 incoming strikers, I don't think that's good business whatsoever.
Yeah,
but then, you look at the players that they did bring in, like Dupreez and Modi, who've got PSL experience under their belt.
Yes.
Those players hit the ground running. They actually scored, I think Modi was, I think he's the top scorer right now on 4 goals or something like that. Dupreez as well, before he got injured, was on fire. And what a good ball he plays for other players as well. So I think you could learn from that.
Yeah, I think they should pick that up as soon as possible, because it's been a couple of seasons and they're seeing that the strikers that they get outside of PSL are just finding it hard to to settle in.
Yeah.
So for now, and they are under pressure. They haven't won a trophy in almost a decade now. So they do need someone who's gonna just hit the ground running.
Yeah.
And that someone, I think, is Mayo.
Yeah.
There are other options. If there is a way, they can even bring back Nukovic. I doubt would happen, but I think he's doing the work there at CS Galaxy.
Yeah.
And he can still
his goal-to-game ratio is quite impressive, and I think he could be...
Yes, they can also look at other options such as Oswin Apollos. Yeah, even though he's young, but... Kevin Johnson is used to working with youngsters, so I think he can find a way to nurture him and make him settle into the team as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I know Ikram Reyners also comes to mind. I think Reyners actually played for Bafana in the COSAFA tournament in 2023, and he was chosen as the striker for, I think Moremi was the head coach of that COSAFA team, and I think Reyners, he did fairly well, and he earned his move to Stellenbosch right now, where he's actually lifted a cup. Carling Cup. So he's had an incredible year.
He has been a regular feature for Stellies. He has been scoring in almost every game. His form and the way he plays. He also deserves a move.
Honorable,
Yes, he also deserves a move. I think the problem will be that he recently signed, extended his contract with Stellies. But if they can find a way, to get him.
Well, look, Chiefs and Stellenbosch do have a good transfer relationship. I think Chetro Dupreez comes to mind.
Yes.
So what's to say another one doesn't?
If they can find a way to negotiate and get him, he would also be a good fit for them.
All right. Well, thank you, football fans, for having your opinions here. You please feel free to reach out to us on the comments as well as on our Twitter page. We are at SPN_ZA. Until next week, take care. Cheers.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.